Yes, welcome to electronics class. As already you have completed 2 chapters, and today we go for the new topic that is very interesting and important, not only for your syllabus, in overall electronics. It is so important topic, and it also for your exam point of view, it carries more marks. As you studied in your, you completed 2 topics, especially it may be transistor biasing or maybe your field effect transistor, that carries very small marks. It may be for 3 to 4 marks. According, I am saying according to your PU board, the blueprint. But as you are going for the third topic, that is very interesting and important, not only I said as in your exam point of view, overall in electronics, and also this topic or second studying in, if you go for engineering or if you go for any higher degrees, you are studying same thing there also. And the topic name, today's topic is about transistor amplifiers. The topic name is about transistor amplifiers. Look here students, I just said already, you are already studied in detail about transistors, and also we studied about what are the importance of transistor biasing. And in that time I said the most important thing in transistor is about its applications. The most important application of transistor, it is used as an amplifier. It is used as an amplifier. And today we go further, we are discussing more about or we are concentrating more on the amplifiers. Today's class or in overall this topic, we are studying in detail about the amplifiers. And as I said already, in the time of transistors, it is very surprising. It is not possible in general. That is only possible in electronics. What is that? It means if you apply very small things, but it will do very more things. But nowadays, we want, in general, we want very small work as a input, but we want more output. Or we want very less work, but we want more result. That is not possible in general. And you compare or take example of in your bank. If you deposit some amount, it may be the 100 rupees or it may be the 1000 rupees. The bank won't give you the 10,000 or it won't give it may be the 1000 or it won't give the 10,000. Because it is not possible in general, but it is possible only in electronics. That is something that you will amplifiers. I am saying in general meaning. I am saying in general meaning of amplifiers. Amplifiers means you are giving very, very low input signal, but you get the very more output signal. Right? Another, I will give small good example. By the example, we know the meaning or we know the actual function of the amplifiers. Actually, you take your practicals. In practicals, as we know, practical having very less marks, as in your compared to theory, for your PU level, it is very less marks. If you go for your degree level, they are having the practical and theory, they are in same importance. Especially you people, you are going for engineering, you are giving importance to the more practical knowledge than the theory knowledge. Right? And what is the basic function of amplifiers? As according to your keyboard, in your practicals, you are having the, you are doing practical maybe 10 to 12 experiments. 10 to 12 experiments. But in exam, you are going for only one experiment. You are going for the exam, you go for only one experiment. Thing is that you get to maybe according to people, you get the 30 marks. But as in your theory, if you take same 30 marks in theory, you have to do more effort. You have to do more effort. But in practical, if you do very small effort, only one experiment will give 30 marks. If you want same 30 marks in theory, you have to read more. It is not possible in 1 or 2 chapters. If you are perfect in 1 or 2 chapters, it is not possible to get the 30 marks. But in your practicals, it is possible. If you in exam you have to perform only one experiment, that will give 30 marks. It means, you know what I am saying overall, in practicals we will do very small effort, but you will get the more result, you will get the more benefits, more benefits. That is the in general meaning of your amplifiers. Or you take another good example for in general. Actually, it is not comes in technical. We people will drink the Bournvita or Boost to get the energy. In the same way for electronics, or all your electronic systems or gadgets, they want to some energy. That energy is given by the amplifiers. For the human beings, if you want more energy, that more energy is given by the Bournvita or while drinking Bournvita or your Boost. In the same way, for electronic circuits or electronic systems or electronic gadgets, they want more energy. That their more energy is given by the amplifiers. It means this is the in general meaning of your amplifiers. Now we come to the actual definition of your amplifiers. Actually, the amplifier, or it may be the transistor, or it may be your oscillator, or it may be rectifier. In broad, the amplifier is an electronic device. It is an electronic, the basic definition, it is an electronic device. It is an electronic device. Once again, in electronics, what actual definition of your amplifier? Actually, the amplifier is an electronic device or circuit that will increase or amplify or strengthen the weak signals. The amplifier is a device, it is an electronic device or it is a circuit. It is an electronic device or circuit that will increase or amplify or strengthen or boost the input signal. The boost the input weak signal. That is the actual definition of your amplifier. Once again repeat. The amplifier is an electronic device or circuit which will amplify or which will increase, which will strengthen or boost the weak signal or input signal. That is actual definition of your amplifiers. And now the amplifier, this word comes from Latin. The amplifier, this word that's come from Latin. Actually, the amplifier come from, it is a Latin word. It is a Latin word. In Latin word, you can say about amplificare. In Latin, the amplifier means, in Latin, it is a Latin word. It means amplificare. Amplificare means, it means enlarge or expand. It means the amplifier, it is a Latin word. In Latin, you can say the amplifier is also called as amplificare. The amplifier means enlarge or expand of a signal. Enlarge or expand of a signal. And actually, before inverting the transistor, the first amplifier, the first practical amplifier constructed in the 1906. In the 1906, the scientist named Lee De Forest, and he had constructed by using the vacuum triodes. Actually, nowadays for the amplification we are using the transistor or using the your FETs. Before inverting the transistor or your FETs, they are using for the amplification, they are using the vacuum triodes. And also we know for your rectifications, they are using the vacuum diodes. And the vacuum triode, it is similar to the transistor. What is the main function of transistor? To amplify the signal. In the same way, for your, before inverting the transistor, they are using vacuum triode. It is also used as the amplifier. In the 1906, the Lee De Forest, the scientist, they inverted the vacuum triodes, and by using vacuum triodes, you can construct the practical amplifiers. And also, actually, what is the main function of amplifiers? Here I said about what is amplifier and in which year and what is the scientist name, and also by using which device they have constructed the amplifiers. Now we will go for the what is the main function of amplifiers. What is the main function of amplifiers, or how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. How actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. And before that, as we know, in 90% or 90 to 80%, 80 to 90% of electronic devices, they require or they need the amplifiers. It means if you want to construct any electronic system or gadget, it is not possible without amplifiers. It means nearly 80 to 90% of electronic systems or gadgets, they is made up of amplifiers. That is made up of amplifiers. If the amplifiers are not there, it is not possible to construct any electronics gadget or any electronic systems. And now we look for how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. How actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. Actually, if this is your block diagram, and as we know already, you are having the input section, also you are having the output section. This is your output section, and this is your input section. Also, you want the DC bias. And here you are applying the very small input signal, but we get the very enlarged or very high output signal. And actually, as I said about in general meaning of amplifiers. Now we go for what is called transistor amplifiers. What is called transistor amplifiers? As in your transistor amplifiers, it is also an electronic circuit or device that will amplify, that will increase the or strengthen the weak signals. The signal may be current or voltage or power. And important thing, without changing the frequency. The frequency should be constant. It means what is called transistor amplifiers. Transistor amplifiers, it is an electronic circuit or device. It will increase or strengthen or boost the input signal or weak signal. The signal will be current or signal voltage or signal will be power. That is actual definition of your transistor amplifiers. And actually, in broad, what is the amplifiers? Amplifier, it is a device that will amplify the power of an AC signal. The amplifier will amplify a power of an AC signal. It means in amplifier you are increasing the AC power. You are increasing the input signal AC power. Yes, you are applying some input signal here. If you use the amplifiers, what the amplifier will do is they will increase the power of the input signal. They will increase the power of the input signal. Or you can say, as we know about the power is equal to V into I. As I said, in amplifiers that will increase or strengthen the current or voltage. And if you know current and voltage, you can easily get the power. Or in broad, the amplifier will amplify or increase or strengthen the power of an signal, power of an input signal. The amplifier will strengthen or increase or amplify the power of an AC signal. And you may ask the question, how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals? How actually the amplifier will amplify the signals? For example, if you apply here, if you apply the input signal, if you apply, and also as we know the input impedance or resistance, or you can say resistance, input resistance. This is your output resistance. As we know, in your transistors, when the transistor works, the condition is the input should be forward bias, output should be reverse bias. And as we know, in your forward bias, they are having a very low resistance. It means input will be very low resistance and output will be very high resistance. In that condition only your transistor acts as an amplifier, because you are going for the amplifiers as you are using the transistors. Get up. Actually, what is the amplifier consists of? The amplifier consists of three things. One is about it consists of a active component. It contains an active component, and it also contains a passive component, and also it contains an DC biasing or DC. Another important thing, I just said here, how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. Actually, for the amplifiers, to amplify the signal, they require some DC source. It may be the battery or it may be power supply. The amplifiers, how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. The most important thing in amplifiers, they need the power supply or battery. They need some DC source, because that DC source they will amplify the signals. If you are not applying any DC source, it is not possible to amplify the signals. The most important thing, and as we know already, any electronic devices, most of the electronic device that contains an active component, passive component, and also biasing, or they contains is power supply. As we know already, we studied in the first year, the active component may be your transistor and maybe FET, like that we are using for the, especially in amplifier, we are using the transistor, we are using the FET. And passive components, as we know, we are using your capacitor or using your resistor, you are using for the passive components. And also we want the DC biasing. As we know, Why you are using the active components? Because the active component will give the energy. As we know the difference about active and passive components. The active component is a device component. They will able to give the energy. But the passive component, they will only receive the energy, and this energy given by your DC bias, the DC power supply. It means actually the amplifier consists of an active component, passive component, and also DC biasing. It means how actually the amplifier will amplify the signal. Actually, the amplifier will amplify the signal. I have seen so many books, but they are given only directly. The amplifier will amplify the signals, or the amplifier will increase or strengthen the weak signals or boost the input signals. How actually the amplifier will amplify the signals? How actually the amplifier will increase or strengthen the weak signal? Actually, the amplifier, they will take by using they will take the power. They will take the power from the power supply. It means for amplifiers, as I said, amplifier is nothing but we are increasing the power of input signal, and that power how they will take? Actually, the amplifier, they will take the power. The amplifier will take the power from the power supply or from the battery. It means in amplifier, the main function of amplifier, to amplify signal, to increase signal, to strengthen the input signal. How actually the amplifier will increase or strengthen the weak signal? That is, the amplifier will take the power from the power supply. An important thing here, the output power or output signal, that depends upon the input signal. Here, the output signal that depends on the input signal. Or in overall, you can say about actually in amplifier, what is happening there? Actually, if you go in deep, amplifier, how actually amplifier will amplify the signals. Here, for example, you take the input voltage, you take VI 0.1 volts. And as I said, you are having the input voltage, input resistance Ri, that may be 10 ohms. And here we want the output voltage, and also we know the R0, that is nothing but you take, it is very high, it may be 5 kV. Because as we know, for our amplifiers, you are using a transistor, and transistor is used as amplifier, and only condition is that the input should be forward biased, and output should be reverse biased. And also for the forward bias, we are having the very low resistance, that's why you can write about 10 ohms, and you are having the output resistance, that is very low, that is nothing but 5K, because of the reverse bias, input is having the forward bias. And we want the voltage gain, or how actually the amplifier will amplify the signals. As according to Ohm's law, we have to find out the current. I is equal to V by R, and I is nothing but I is equal to how much we are applying the input voltage 0.1, and how much we are applying the resistance 10. 0.1 by 10 nothing but 0.01 amperes or 1 milliamperes. It means you are applying the current 1 milliamperes, and we have to find out the how much we are getting the output. We are applying very small input signal, 0.1 volts. We are applying very small the input signal, and we know already V is equal to I into R. This is for the input and this is for the output. Same, V is equal to I into R. As we know, the I is 1 milliamperes, it is same for the input as the output, and here for your V is equal to, we know 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. How much your R? That is 10. We got 0.1 millivolts. 0.1 volts. But in the same way here, V is equal to I into R. Here I is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 5 into 10 raised to, because it is kilo ohms. I am applying here 5 kilo ohms. It means we get the, you are applying the 0.1 as a input, but you will get output. We will get the output V0, that is equal to the nearly 5 volts. That's why I said it is not possible in general. How actually the amplifier will amplify signals? You take good example. We are applying very small input voltage 0.1, but you will get the output nearly about very more output. That is about 5 volts. We are applying very small VI, but you will get the very more output voltage. That is something about 0.1 volts. But this is about the, I am saying about the importance of your amplifiers. The most important thing is about to construct an amplifier. The 3 things are important. I will once again clear it. It means in your amplifiers we require 3 things. One is about transistors, and also we require the passive component. It may be the resistor or capacitor, and finally we want the DC source. Look here for your transistor amplifiers, we require this transistor, passive component, and also a DC source. I just said the transistor, why you are using transistor or active element in your amplifiers? Because the transistor will transfer the signal from low resistance to high resistance. Because that property it is used as the amplifier. Right? And also the important thing, I just said, to construct any device in electronics, we want this is active component, this is passive component. Also, we want some DC source. Because as I said, how actually the amplifier will amplify signals? The amplifier signals or strengthened signals or increased signals, good signal, they will take help of the DC source. Or in broad, actually in amplifier, you are converting the DC source into the AC source. The DC source is converting into the AC source. Or I am saying in general. Actually here what happens means, as I said, you are increasing the input signal. It means you are applying the input as AC signal, and you are increasing the strength of the signal. And that strength, how we can increase strength of signal? By using the DC source. And how much the output, how much you will increase the output signal, that depends upon the input signal. It means, as I said here, for your amplifiers, the important thing is about where you are using amplifiers. What is the necessity of your amplifiers? As we have seen, It may be the transmitter, or it may be receiver, it may be radio transmitter, or it may be the TV transmitter receiver. Especially nowadays we are using the public address system, PA, the public address system, or it may be the transmitter, or it may be the receiver. In everywhere, for example, you are seeing the or you are hearing the news or cricket commentary on a TV or your radio, that is because of amplifiers. Or I am giving the lectures on your YouTube by online class, that is because of your amplifiers. It means, you take a good example. If you are not using any amplifiers, then what happens? It means, if you are not using any amplifiers, it is not possible to send the signal from one place to another place. As we know, in your transmitter and receiver, in transmitter you are transmitting signals, they also require the amplifiers. In receivers, they are also require the amplifiers, because without the amplifier it is not possible to send a signal a long distance. And once you send some signals with a long distance, while come back from the receiving section, the signal will be very big. And if the signal is very big, we are not getting the correct information. That's why once again the receiving section we want the amplifiers. It means in overall we are giving more important amplifiers. As I said in the beginning, without amplifier it is not possible to construct any electronics circuit or any electronics gadget or electronic systems. It may be the communication, especially in your mobile communication, or maybe satellite communication, or maybe radio communication. You go anywhere, as I said about your public address system, and in class, if the students are sitting in last bench, if we are not using any mics, then it is not possible to hear what I am saying, giving the lectures. If we are using the mic, then it is very easy to students who are sitting in last bench, they can hear, they can listen very interestingly, they can, what I am saying, listen carefully what I am saying. This is also one importance about amplifiers. And now we go further, what is the condition of the amplifiers? For your normal amplifiers, what is the condition? For your normal amplifier, what is the condition of normal amplifiers? As we know, the first condition, the emitter base section, emitter base junction should be forward bias. And as we know, to make it forward bias, if you are using silicon, they require the 0.6 to 0.7 volts. The same way if you are using germanium, that may be the 0.2 to 0.3 volts. And second condition, the collector base section. Collector base section should be reverse bias. If these two conditions are satisfied, it is not possible your transistor is not acts as an amplifier. And if both the conditions satisfied, that is something what your active reason. As we know, when the transistor is used as an amplifier, the important thing is that if the input section, the emitter base is forward bias and collector base is reverse bias, in this condition your amplifier, your transient amplifier. This condition nothing but your active region. This condition nothing but active region. Active region. It means in overall, if you are using transistor as an amplifier, the important thing, the transient to be in the active region. The transient to be in the active region. And also, as we know, to make it the forward bias, we want very small voltages, and if you want to make it the reverse bias, we want more voltages as a output. This is about the condition of your normal amplifiers. And now we will go for the another most important about the faithful application. This is about in general about the normal condition of your amplifiers. And now we will go for the what is the faithful application. So important. There's so many times this question asked about one us. What is called the faithful amplification? What is called the faithful amplification? What is called the faithful? What is called your faithful amplification? It means in your faithful applications, we want always the faithful applications. And what is called the faithful applications? As we know already, for your faithful application, we know only the amplifier. What is called amplification? The amplification is equal the process of increasing or strengthening the weak signals without changing the frequency signal. That is nothing but the amplifications. The amplification nothing but the process of strengthening the weak signal, the signal with current or voltage, and without changing the shape or without changing the frequency of the signal. Only you are increasing the magnitude. Only you are using the amplitude of signal. That is nothing but the amplifications. And what is called the faithful amplifications? What is called the faithful amplification? The most important thing, the faithful amplification means it is also process of increasing the, it is the process of increasing the signal or increasing the current or voltage without changing the shape of the signal, or the only you are changing the magnitude of signal, and the shape and also the frequency be constant. That is something for the faithful amplification. What is faithful amplification? It is a process of increasing or strengthening or boosting the weak signal without changing the shape or without changing the frequency of the signal. That is something about the faithful application. In faithful application, the most important thing, as we know already, whenever you want the faithful application, as you studied in your first topic, this is your DC load line. In this DC load line, here you are having the VCE and you are having the IC. The important thing, when we get the faithful application, we will get the faithful application only if the Q point is in the middle of the active region. As I said, for your amplification, the transient should be in the active region, and also the most important thing, in the active region, your Q point should be in the middle of the active region. And most important thing, it is not the important thing is that if the Q point is in the middle of the active region, you have to take care. The Q point should not move towards the saturation, or you should not move towards the cutoff region. And if the Q point is in the middle of the active region, then only you get the faithful application. If the Q point is near to the, or if the Q point shift towards saturation, you will get the distortion in the output. If the Q point is near to the cutoff, you will get the output should be distorted. And when you get the faithful application, only if the Q point is in the middle of the active region. It means to make it the Q point in the middle active region, we want the biasing. That's why I said in overall the faithful amplification is nothing but without changing the shape of the signal or without changing the frequency signal, only you are increasing the amplitude or you are increasing the magnitude of the input signal, or you are increasing or you are strengthening or you are boosting the amplitude of input signal without changing the shape and the frequency. That is nothing but your faithful amplifications. And finally we will go for what is the condition of faithful amplification. What is the condition of faithful amplification? The first condition is about zero signal collector current, and the second condition, minimum emitter base voltage, emitter to base voltage, or we want minimum PV again instant. In the same way, the third condition, we want minimum collector to emitter, or collector to base section, base voltage. Actually, if you use your common emitter, you get the common or collector to take your emitter only. Emitter to base, here collector to emitter. It means you get the minimum VC. If these three conditions are satisfied, then you will get the faithful amplification. They may ask the question, one question, what is the condition of faithful amplification? The first condition, zero signal collector current, and we want minimum emitter to base voltage. Also we want minimum collector to emitter voltage. This is about the importance of your faithful amplification. In the next class we go for what is the importance classification of amplifiers, and also we go for one by one how we can classify the amplifiers and how the amplifier works. Remaining thing we go for the next class. Thank you.